We're here with Chuck Devlin. You're the head winemaker for the largest winery in Idaho. Chuck, tell us how you ended up in the Snake River Valley.
Okay, well, I was making wine in California. It's where I come from, where I spent most of my life, in fact. And my last stop in California was in Paso, Robles. And a man called me and asked me if I was interested in coming to the Northwest. And so I said I would be interested in interviewing for the job. And I liked him a lot, and I knew he was going to be my boss. So I said, I'll do it. You know, I didn't think I was going to be here for 11 vintages, which is, we're in the middle of my 11th vintage here. And it was kind of a shock to the system right at the beginning. Let's see, they hired me to start on a Monday. Grapes started to come on Tuesday. By Thursday, a grower was threatening to sue me. Like, welcome to Idaho. It was a wild and woolly first year.
Wow.
But we got through it. At the end of the season, the Cabernet came in frozen. And I said, you know, this, like, gee, Toto, I don't think we're in California anymore.
We're not in California, we're not in Paso anymore.
No. So we make very different wines here than I ever made before. But it's a really successful brand. And I like being here.
How many cases do you make?
About 150,000.
And that's by far the largest in Idaho, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Tell me about a few of the wines that you make, because you make a wide variety and you make them fairly inexpensively. I'm shocked at the value to quality ratio.
Yeah. Well, we are in that what they call the premium price point, which depends on whose definition you use, but somewhere between $5 and $10. And frankly, that's what you have to sell in a grocery store. If you get too much more expensive than $10, housewives won't buy it. So that's what we aim to do. We try to be very, very efficient. We make these wines that are clean and elegant and ready to drink, and we make very customer-friendly wines is what we do.
One of the fascinating things I think about this area of Northwest wine country is we're at a very high elevation. That changes the way the grapes grow, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're high desert. We only get between 8 and 11 inches of precipitation a year, which is actually an advantage because then you feed the grapes exactly what you want them to have. But we have warm days and cool nights. Just like you would have in Paso Robles. We have longer days during the growing season. So it's actually a very good place to be growing grapes. And
you're somewhere between, what, 2,500 and 3,000 feet in elevation?
Yeah, we're standing probably at about 2,800 feet right now.
And I mean, in Washington State, typically you're seeing vineyards anywhere from maybe 400 to 1,200 feet. So this is quite a bit different, a little better acidity retention, those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah. And the other thing that we can do about as well as anybody on the planet is make ice wine. It gets colder faster here at the end of the season than any other place that I know of. And so about half of the years we can make ice wine on or about Halloween.
Wow.
So, yeah. Halloween is a very cruel holiday up here. You see the poor little kids, and they're, you know, I don't know what kind of costume they would have on, but they're all bundled up in their down jackets and everything.
Now, you were telling me about a fairly new wine you're making that is just flying out of the tasting room, and you seemed a little embarrassed by it, but it tastes awfully good.
I'm not embarrassed by it. It's called Soft Huckleberry, and it's a huckleberry-infused Riesling at this point, and it has been phenomenally successful.
And how long have you been making it for?
Well, let's see. It was about a month and a half ago that we released the first batch of it, and it all sold out in 3 weeks. And so the next installment of Huckleberry will be bottled probably in a couple of weeks. And I'm already preparing everybody, saying this isn't going to last very long either. So I've been out procuring huckleberries like crazy.
Where do you find the huckleberries?
Well, the first ones came from northern Idaho, and we used up all the huckleberries that were available in Idaho, and now we're sourcing them from Washington.
So I'm guessing the Idaho ones were basically Rocky Mountain or foothills, the Rocky Mountain huckleberries, and then these other ones will probably be Cascade type huckleberries.
Well, they call them blue huckleberries. That's our first installment from Washington, and then coastal huckleberries after that.
Oh, okay.
So that's what's available to us anyway at this point in time.
So you just take Riesling that you've already made and you infuse huckleberry juice in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, do you ferment the huckleberry juice first? Or?
No, because the huckleberries are going to ripen at a different time, so we're never going to be able to do a co-fermentation. So we've kind of figured out the process, at least for now, just to do an infusion into the Riesling, then go ahead and bottle it.
When you got to Idaho 11 years ago, or 10 years ago, there was, about a dozen wineries in the state. Now there's nearly 45, I think.
Yeah, there's a ton.
How do you feel about the development of this industry? It's got to be kind of exciting to be on the front end of it.
Oh, it is. I mean, this is what you really need to do to build an industry, is you have to have a lot of bodies out there, a lot of people trying, to make really good wine, and that's what's going to put, the Snake River Valley on the map.
Right, and I've got to think that getting that Snake River AVA and being able to put that on your wines is a little sexier than the word Idaho. Even.
It's much sexier. Plus, it spans the Snake River, so part of it's is in Oregon and part of it's in Idaho. And just being able to introduce Oregon into the conversation is a huge help to us.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
I'll bet. And any no regrets from leaving California?
No, I'm still here, and we'll probably be until I retire. And when I retire, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't do anything else than make wine. I've been doing this for 37 vintages. It's like, it's not like I can become a doctor or a lawyer at this point.
All right. Well, Chuck, thanks for your time.
You bet. Thank you.